seated depending on how you're feeling. So you can sit with your bottom on the support, with a cushion maybe underneath to support your ankles. Maybe that's not feeling right for you, and you can come into a kneeling position with the support underneath your bottom here, so in a hero pose. So wherever you are, we just want to be nice and upright, so our spine is long, and just imagine or visualize the crown of your head stacked above your throat, the throat stacked above the heart space, and that stacked above right in the center of your pelvis. So we're all in one nice long line. You can also use a wall behind you as well if you'd like to. So just allow yourself to go inwards and observe your breath without judgment. And just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down any of the weight that you patiently bear above your shoulders. Maybe give them a roll up to the ears, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, side and down. Feel the earth receive you, and invite the expanse of the sky to grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth right now. Just for now, be boundless, be free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and your feet. And drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are right now. So fully alive, the world looks different. You're moving through a brand new chapter of your life, completely unalone, sharing this with your unborn baby. Just for now, connect to yourself. And send words of affirmations down to your baby. So you may want to bring hands onto your tummy. Allowing the warmth of your hands just to radiate down into your baby. Sending words of affirmation such as, I can't wait to meet you. I'm so grateful that you are with me right here, right now. I'm grateful to share this experience with you. I love you so much already. And as you're breathing here, we're going to just speak a blessing to ourselves and also to your womb space and your baby. Bless all of your past mistakes, all of your triumphs, all of the decisions you have made to get to this point. Bless the times that you fell to your knees and the times you rose above yourself. Bless all of your present. Bless this moment, pregnant with possibility and hope and openness. Bless yourself for showing up here to practice, to learn, to grow and evolve. Bless yourself for trying, no matter what the circumstances are. You are doing your best. Bless your courage, your strength. Bless all your future, the lands and experiences that lay before you, the relationships that you are yet to have, the relationship that you are already forming with your unborn child. Bless all of the outcomes, all of the choices that you make today, knowing that you are being guided and looked after. Bless all parts of yourself, all the sweetness, all the struggles. Bless yourself for being you. And we're going to bring both hands together at prayer and guide the prayer to our heart space. So just a little bit of work for expansiveness of the heart. So we're going to turn the fingertips to face forward. And we're going to take a deep breath in as we reach the arms forward and take the arms out. And as you breathe out, bring the backs of the hands together behind your back. Breathe in, open the arms out again. Breathe out, bring the hands back to prayer in front of the chest and to the heart space. So I'll face the other way just in case you need to see. So reaching the fingers forward, inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, take them behind. Backs of the hands touch. Inhale, open them out. Exhale, bring them back to center at the heart. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, take them behind. Inhale, reach out. Exhale. And keep this moving at your own pace. What we want to encourage right now is just that union of breath and movement. And we're getting some healthy rotation into the shoulders. And maybe if it feels okay, if you're easy seated, if it feels okay to take a gentle lean forward, you can do, but be mindful not to puff the chest. So what we want to avoid is kind of reaching the heart forward like this. I'm over exaggerating, but we're just giving a little bit more movement. So it's kind of like we're using the arms to swim back and forth through the air. And every time you bring your hands back to your heart space at prayer, offer yourself a blessing, whether that is, I am free, I am blessed, I am supported, anything. Let's do one more. Should be feeling a little bit of work through the shoulders and the arms. And release the hands down. Okay, so if you're cross-legged, you may want to just wiggle the legs out and give them an extra cross the other way. But alternatively, you can sit with the soles of the feet together, the knees out to the sides, if that feels better. Completely up to you. So we're just going to take the hands down to our sides, either using books or blocks, just underneath the hands, so we don't have to reach too far. Maybe have the blocks facing, so they're long ways away from you instead of being short. We're going to bring the right forearm down and lift the left arm up, guiding the left hip down to the earth. Now, if it's too much having it on the lower side, you can come up onto a higher edge, or you can just use the hand. It's up to you, but if you want to get a little bit more length, you've got that block to support you, if you so shall wish. So, rotating the heart up towards the sky without puffing the chest, actively hug your baby in here. So just give them a cuddle with the abdominals. And we're going to take the arm all the way down, behind the back. Inhale, lift the arm all the way up and over. Exhale, take it around and back. 2 more, breathe in, lift. Find that length through the left side of the waist. Breathe out, come down. Last one, breathe in and lift. And breathe out, excuse me. And come back to center. Let's go to the other side. So left forearm down. If you've got a dog, maybe rest on a dog. And the right arm lifts up. Remember, hug your baby in here. A little bit of lift through the pelvic floor. Excuse me. And guiding that right hip down as well. So if you feel that more of your weight's on your left hip, maybe just lift yourself up a little bit more. Okay, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release the arm down. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale. 2 more, inhale, lift and open. Your head can face any way, whatever feels best on the neck. Last one. And then gently lift yourself back up. Real. Okay, let's come on to our hands and our knees. So our way for doing this is legs out in front. Let's just start. Lovely feet. My feet, everything looks really close to you, like with this camera. Just everything looks really big. We take the legs over to one side, left or right, doesn't matter. So we're on the opposite hip. Hands come onto the side, beside us. And then you walk round onto your hands and your knees like that. So I'm just going to face this way. You use support underneath your knees if you need a little bit more cushioning. So the reason why we come onto all fours like that is because we're used to, often we're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go forward like this. But we want to get used to knowing how we can move so that it's not going to put pressure on you. It's going to be nice for your joints and nice for baby as well. So up to you whether you want to have your feet tucked or untucked, completely your choice. Elbows want to be soft, knees can be hip width or a little bit wider. And we're going to take a hare pose. So we're going to bring the feet together. You can either use a chair, so Marie B, you might want to use a chair or sofa if bump is too big to rest down. But we're going to come into hare pose. So we're going to use something to support our upper body. If you're comfortable to come all the way down into child's pose and rest down, you can. But instead, if you wanted to use a chair, you could be here instead. Just so you can take the weight off the lower back. This will be good for you, Hannah, as well, just to get some length for the lower back and relieve the sacrum. I'm just going to start breathing into the back space of the heart. Once again, just connecting with your baby. Finding gratitude for this moment. Three more breaths. Here's 2. And 3. And when you're ready, make your way back onto your hands and your knees. And just take some gentle rolls in a circular motion. So another one really good for the lower back. I should mention also, if you're getting a little bit of sickness at the moment, any forward folds, you might just want to keep yourself upright a little bit more. So if, for example, if we're coming down here and that starts to make you feel a little bit nauseous, just stay up on your hands and knees instead. Lovely. And let's go the other way. All right, let's take some cat-cow. So, as before, option untuck or tuck the toes. We're going to take a breath in, hug your baby in, gaze towards your baby, tuck the bottom, really dome through the top of the back. And as you breathe out, release your pelvic floor, lift the tail and reach the heart forward. Breathe in, round through the back. Hug baby in. Breathe out, release. Now your option for this one, if this makes you feel at all nauseous and it's not helping with the morning sickness that you've got, you can do this seated instead. So you can inhale and lift the heart, exhale instead. So you just do everything seated with the head above the heart, if you prefer. Let's take 2 more rounds. Okay, find yourself a nice tabletop position so the back of the neck is long. We're not lifting the chin or tucking it too much. Let's take the right foot behind and keep the toes of the right foot down. We're just going to rock forward and back. So any leg cramps and lower body niggles, so Marie B, this one will be a good one for you, just to wake up the legs. Remember to hug baby in here as well. So we want to be always engaging the core. We're not doing too much abdominal work because we don't need to do that through pregnancy. You've got enough going on around there, but this will be good just to keep your core strong. And then we're going to swap legs. So bring your right knee down and take the left leg back. So hopefully you should start feeling a little bit of work into the shoulders. You're getting a little bit of strength into the arms. Pushing away from the hands as well. So we're not just kind of rolling back. We're really using the pads of the fingertips to push away. Lovely. Last one. And bring that knee back down. Give the wrists a roll out if you need to. You can do one at a time if it's not comfortable sitting back on your hips. Okay, so let's switch it up a bit. We're going to get into a little bit more work. So we're going to take the right leg behind and lift the right leg up. If you're not feeling super stable, you can take the hands, you can take the hands a little bit wider down the shoulders to give you a little bit more support. So you're going to just draw some tiny little circles with the right foot. Trying to bring the inner seam of your trousers or the inner thigh to rotate up towards the sky so we're not opening up to the side. Keep your breath moving, flowing, and go the other way. Back of the neck is long, the face is relaxed. Okay, and extend that right leg back as far as it'll go. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, guide the right foot up towards your right hand. So if you can't place it, if it gets stuck here, just pop it there and give it a shove on through, and the hands are going to be on the inside of your right leg. Both legs are going to be on a 90-90 degree. You can be on fingertips or you can use your blocks underneath your fingers here. So just take some little rolls here. Remember to keep the back nice and long. So if you do find that you round here, use your blocks underneath your hands so that you can lengthen as much through the spine as possible. And let's go the other way. Okay, from here we're going to come up onto our feet. So you're going to bring the right hand onto the right thigh and lift up. So tucking the pelvis, but not too much that we over tuck. So you just want to find a length through the front of the left leg. Main thing is that you're still pushing down with the top of that back foot, so we don't have the foot tucked. Pushing down, hugging baby in, and we're going to reach the arms all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Just adjust because you can't see my arms. And keep the arms up with the hands about shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. And drop those shoulders. Hug your baby in and squeeze your front heel towards your back knee. So you're actively squeezing together. You're lifting the pelvic floor on your breath in. And as you breathe out, relax your pelvic floor. So that pelvic floor is that front and that back passage, that muscle that we hold. If we need a wee, we're holding in wind for the first few dates, and then that all goes out the window. Lovely. And let's bring the hands behind the back. So your option here is to interlace the fingers or take hold of opposite forearms, whatever feels best, as long as you don't find the chest puffing out. So draw the shoulder blades down the back, grow through the crown of the head, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, take a gentle lean forward. Inhale, come all the way up, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gentle lean forward. Keep the back upright. You're still squeezing the heel and the knee together. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Come back up. Let's reach the arms up on an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your right hand down onto your right knee and your left arm is going to open out behind. So you're taking an open twist. 3 breaths here. If it feels okay, look over your left shoulder. It's 2. Nice. And 3. And then come back to center, reach both arms up, breathe in, lift and lengthen. And breathe out. Hands come down to the floor. Your right foot steps back onto hands and knees. Now, option to take a down dog or a child's pose. So if you've got sickness, just see how you feel with this. Past 22 weeks, you're okay to do down dog, but it's advised just to see how you go with it. If baby has already turned, if you're already engaged, take the second option that I'm going to give you instead. So we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, and just take the body back. Keep the feet hip width or wider. Don't worry about really lengthening. We're just getting a tiny little inversion. Option for this one, if this isn't feeling good, come down to puppy dog pose, onto forearms, and you can maybe straighten the arms out instead. This is a great birthing position. Good one for labour. Also good to release tension off the lower back. So wherever you are, just check in with your body, check in with your baby. Make sure that you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling safe. You're taking any movement here that you like to, so maybe a sway left to right if you're in down dog, maybe padding the feet. And then make your way back down onto your hands and your knees. And we're going to repeat all of that on the left side. So we're going to take the left foot behind. Hands can be a little bit wider than shoulder width. And just paint some tiny little circles. Hugging your baby in. The face is relaxed. The neck is nice and long. Inner thigh is rotating up to the sky. Outer thigh is rotating down. Let's go the other way. 2 more breaths. And extend that left leg as far back as it will go, reaching through the crown of the head. On your next out breath, you're going to guide the left foot forward. So if it gets stuck, just assist it on through. Hands are on the inside of that front foot. Both legs more or less 90-90, and just take those hip rolls here. Nice and gentle. And reverse direction. Okay, finding stillness. Left hand onto left thigh. Slowly peel yourself up, and both legs are going to be 90 degrees. So it's okay if the front foot is a little bit further away, but as long as it's not, the knee's not superseding the, that's a cool word, superseding the ankle. So tuck the tail, but not too much. A little squeeze of this right butt cheek. Top of the back foot is pushed down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Hugging baby in. So you're really drawing those abdominal muscles in tight here, and you're lifting through the pelvic floor. So we're working on strengthening the pelvic floor, but also being aware of how to relax it. So maybe as you breathe in, you lift your pelvic floor, and as you breathe out, you relax it. As you breathe in, you lift the pelvic floor. As you breathe out, relax it. One more breath. And as you exhale on this last breath, just bring the arms down behind your back. Option, interlace the fingers together, guiding the hands downwards without puffing the chest, or take hold of opposite elbows. Deep breath in, lift to lengthen, squeezing heel to knee. Exhale, take a gentle fold forward, keep the back upright. Breathe in, lift, and breathe out. Lovely. So what we want to be mindful of is that as we're coming forward, we're not bringing the body forward. We want to just work on lengthening the back leg, keeping the body as still as possible, and keeping that core control. Last one. Find yourself nice and tall. Arms reach up to the sky, take a breath in. As you breathe out, your left hand comes down onto your left knee, and you're going to reach your right arm out to the side. Still tucking tail, hugging baby in. Option, look over that right arm if it feels okay on your neck. Drop the shoulders. 3 breaths. Lovely. Here's 2. And 3. Both arms lift up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring those hands down onto the floor, one by one. And then take your left foot back. Take a rock from side to side. Option, once again, take either your down dog, tucking the toes, or we can take that hair pose that we did against the chair as well here instead. So it's what makes you feel good. Remember, each day is different. So some days you may do this through your pregnancy and this feels absolutely amazing, and the next day your body's just saying, no, not today. So always let yourself be your teacher. Let you guide yourself more than me. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come back down onto hands and knees, or come up to hands and knees. Transition onto our feet. So walking the hands back to the knees, toes are tucked, soles of the feet come flat onto the floor. If you've got blocks, use blocks underneath your hands here if you need to. And just chill out here for a moment. So you can have the hands on the floor, bent legs, on blocks, or hands on thighs. So coming up either 3 different ways, and take a sway left to right. Neck is long, shoulders are soft. And from here, on our next breath in, we're going to round through the back, tuck the chin, lift your pelvic floor, really hug baby in, excuse me. And as you breathe out, release the pelvic floor, reach the tailbone back, heart reaches forward, gaze turns upwards towards the sky. Again, breathe in, round through the back. Breathe out. Another really good one for labour, this one. Inhale. And exhale. And slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. So you're going to walk the hands up the legs, tucking the tail. The chin is the last thing to lift. And then reach the arms up to the sky on an inhale. Hands come to prayer above your head as you breathe out. Guide your prayer to your heart space. Awesome. Okay, let's step to face the long side of our mat. So feet are going to be wider than hip width. So as a guide, if you had your toes and your feet turned out, your feet would more or less line up with your wrists. But for pregnancy, we take it a little bit shorter. So as wide as feels good, a nice wide stance, basically. I'm just going to tip you up a little bit because I am headless. Move it back again. There we go. Mojitos found a nice little spot. Don't need much. Right, so nice and wide with the feet. We're going to start by turning our right foot to the top edge of the mat. Your left foot is going to turn in. And then you're going to toe heel your right foot to the edge of the mat. So your feet, if I'm facing you, your feet are about hip width apart. Okay, so your back foot slightly turned in. Bend into your right knee, tuck the tail and reach the arms all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, open the arms and open out to your left. Breathe in, lift the arms up, hug your baby in. Breathe out, open to the left again. Maybe you want to take it a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Squeezing the inner thighs towards each other, but also pushing with the outer edge of that left foot. So nice strength work for the legs. Breath and movement with the arms. Let's take two more. One more. Lovely. Push into that front leg as you straighten up. Hands are going to come onto the hips. Toe heel the right foot in line with the left foot. And then you're going to turn towards the long side of your mat, and we're going to do that on the other side. So left toes turn towards the top of the mat. Toe heel the left foot over to the long edge of the mat. Right foot slightly turned in. Bend into the left knee. Face the body towards the top, so the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open out to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, out to the right. Squeeze the bum. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out. Lovely. Two more. Inhale. Maybe you want to take it a little bit deeper on these next exhalations, a little bit deeper through that front leg. Up to you. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Push through that front knee. Toe heel the front foot back in line with the back foot and bring both feet to face towards the long side of your mat. Give the shoulders a roll up, back and down. And we're going to turn the right foot out again. So toes of the right foot are facing the short edge of the mat. Toe heel a tiny weeny little bit, so not as wide as the last time. We're going to come into triangle pose. So our option here is literally hands onto the thighs, and we're just going to take a little lean down to our right leg. So here's our first option. So we're stretching along the left side of the waist. We're drawing the hips backwards a little bit, so we're taking the hips back. Other option is to lift the right arm up, and imagine you're reaching your right arm all the way over to the other edge, the other side of the room. Left hand can stay on this hip, and then you bring that right hand down onto the thigh or the shin. Left hand here can stay behind the back. Hug your baby in, or if you feel okay, you can reach the left arm up. Balance-wise, if you're feeling confident, maybe look up if you haven't got the sun in your eyes. The sun is nice, but not when you look up to it. No, I can't see anything. You can look up to your left arm if you'd like to. Lovely. Bend into that right knee. And then slowly push through the legs. Reach those arms up. Lovely, hands come to the hips. Toe heel that foot in line with the left foot. And let's swap sides. So the right foot is going to turn in. Left foot, toes are going to turn towards the short edge of the mat. Toe heel that left foot out a little bit wider, so the feet aren't quite lining up. Legs are straight. Open the body out to the side. First option, hands down by our thighs, and we just take a little tip to the left. The other option, lift the left arm nice and high. Reach it all the way over. We're reaching the hips backwards. And then the left hand either comes down to the shin or the thigh. Right hand behind the back or up towards the sky. Keep hugging that baby in. Breathe. This is a great posture for grounding, especially if you look down. Great one for lengthening the lumbar spine, the legs, the sides of the waist, absolutely everything, but we're getting some great strength work through the core and the legs. One more breath. Bend into that left knee. Windmill the arms, push with the legs, come all the way up. Hands to hips, toe heel that left foot in line with the right foot. And then turn the feet. Excuse me, keep losing my voice. Right, so let's take one final posture. And it's our yogi squat, our Amalasana. So have blocks, cushions, anything. A washing up bowl, as Marie B, I know you use. Something, yeah, she's got it. Something to use that you can sit on if you need to. So, feet are going to be about hip width apart, a little bit wider maybe. Toes are turning out at about 10 past 10 as a guide. So we're going to slowly just walk the hands down the legs, onto the floor, making space for baby, and then sit bottom down, onto support. So you don't have to use support, but it's there to use if you want to. If at any point you do experience quite a lot of pelvic pain, take this posture nice and narrow and sit up tall instead, so we're not opening out through the knees. Now be mindful that you don't find yourself rolling onto the insides of the feet. We want all 10 toes, the whole balls of the feet and the heels to be equally weighted. Hands are going to come to heart here. So lengthen through the crown of the head. Elbows want to be in line with the knees, so we don't want to have the body forward, which tends to happen quite a lot, especially if you're newer. I know I was always like, yeah, I can get my body really close to the floor, but that's before I knew that we want to be sitting up. It's great what teacher training teaches you, really. So grow through the crown of the head. And we're going to do some pelvic floor work here. So when you breathe in, imagining your pelvic floor as a hammock, you breathe in and you lift the pelvic floor, so you're squeezing it up. And breathe out and you let it go. Nice big sigh. Breathe in and you lift the pelvic floor. Breathe out and let it go. Inhale and lift. Maybe you can lift it a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher again, and then you can let it go. You can do this anywhere whilst you're watching TV. Pelvic floor exercises are so good in pregnancy. You'll 100% be glad you did it when you cough, apparently, after you've had your baby. Apparently, I can't talk of experience. Lovely. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Lovely. All right, come out of the posture. We're going to bring the hands onto the floor. Keeping the knees open, we're going to come onto our knees, so hands on our knees, and then take ourselves around. Have your cushion or something close to you so you can come onto your bottom and then swing the legs around. The legs will wiggle out. All right, so let's start coming into our final relaxation. But before we do, just because we've done a lot of work with the legs being bent and we've got this anterior tilt, we're just going to work just to open up the fronts of the hips. So hands can be back, or you can sit against a wall here instead. I'm just going to drop the knees left to right in screen wipers. Lovely. Last 2. Brilliant. Okay, let's come to a nice laying down position. So bolsters, cushions, blocks, blankets, absolutely everything to create a throne of sanctuary of rest. So we want to be laying on our left hand side. Let's get used to coming onto our left. Unless you feel, because up to 20 weeks you can lay on your back, but it's good practice just to get used to being on your left hand side. But if you are on your back, option to have a cushion underneath the top of the back, just so you can lay a little bit more upright, and this is fine any time through pregnancy as well, actually, not just before 20 weeks. All right, so find a nice comfortable position where you can be still. I'm going to pop a song on for you. So I'm just going to put this song on. Hopefully the sound is okay, but just give me a wave if it's not. So as you're resting here, let's check back in with where we started. Just to allow yourself to go inwards. Observe your breath without judgment. And just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight that you patiently bear above your shoulders and feel the earth receive you. Feel the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, be free with awakened energy and tingling in your hands and your feet. Drink the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different. A new journey for you and your unborn baby, vibrant. Just for now, be here and breathe. Invite a conscious breath back into your body. Take any movement, wiggling of the fingers and the toes. Allow yourself to just feel present in the moment, just bringing yourself back. And maybe keeping the eyes closed. Gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. But if you're feeling super sleepy and you want to stay where you are, that's fine. You can stay there. And just give the shoulders a roll. Bringing your hands to baby wherever you are. And just gently bowing the head down towards baby. Sending your love, your gratitude to them. Knowing that you are both sharing breath. Your heart is beating for two. You are breathing for two. Gently guide the energy from the hands at your baby through heart, through prayer to your heart. And as long as you feel comfortable, I invite you for 3 rounds of Om together. So even though we can't hear one another, know that we're all creating this vibration and sending these high vibrations out to one another to support us in this time. So we're going to take a breath in and out to prepare, and 3 Oms. Guide your prayer to the space between your brows. May you have thoughts of kindness, guiding your prayer to your lips. May you speak words of kindness, guiding your prayer to your heart. May you continue your days with love, warmth, joy, in abundance through your heart space. From my heart to your hearts, Namaste. Thank you, ladies.